Yo! What's up? Hey, what's up, dudes? This is Johnny Beane. I gotta do something first. Where is it? Edit. I gotta edit the post. We gotta get people in here, man. There we go. We'll do that. How's that? There we go. Hello, Facebook. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. You guys, welcome. My name's Johnny Beane, and we're talking all things Van Halen Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, right here on Johnny Beane TV, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So tune in, smash that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, and let's talk some Van Halen for about an hour. All right? What do you think? Let's do it. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, you can. Okay. All right, here we go. I think. Wait a minute. Let's do let's do that, and then let's do this. All right, here we go.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Beane TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Thank you, Michael Anthony. Thank you so much. And hey, you can follow me here on YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, pretty much everywhere. This is a podcast. You can subscribe, you can like, you can share, all that stuff. Here we are. What's up, you guys? Welcome. This is exclusively Van Halen right there for Tuesday, March 28th, is it? 2023, 8:04 p.m. Eastern, 5:04 Pacific, out here in rainy Santa Cruz, California. Hope everybody's having a great day. Let me know where you're watching from tonight in the chat. And we like to show the chat. Let's see, I just got to do this, and then do this, and then, no, it's showing the entire thing. We don't want that. We like to show the live chat on the screen as well, so we just have to get to it. There it is. All right. By the way, we're doing a giveaway tonight, so you just want to say something in the chat, and you will be entered. And I'll show you what that is in a second. But here we go. Here's the live chat. You guys, welcome. And hey, all the way from, is it Mesa? Is it Mesa, Arizona?
Mesa, Arizona.
Dane Zimmerman. Hey, dude.
Dude,
hey,
what's
good,
up?
Good, very good. I like that T-shirt, man. That's an awesome shirt. Yeah, I actually saw on Twitter. Was it Twitter? Somebody actually bought like a bootleg vinyl of that album. It was never released on vinyl, but somebody, apparently, it's out there and somebody bought it. Or was it It was either on Twitter or Facebook I saw it. And that was just today, actually. So, very good. Twitter, you guys, we're on Twitter. We're live on Twitter, at Johnny Beane. Actually, I can show you the card if I can find it. There we go. Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Send me tweets, please. Twitter is awesomeness. So give me a follow over there. Dane, are you on Twitter?
I am not.
Hang on. Oh, that's okay.
Got a lot of guys in the chat already.
Yeah. We got 34 watching. Welcome, you guys. Remember, smash that thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. And again, we do giveaways. I'll show you guys what we're giving away tonight. We're giving away a vinyl 45 of Van Halen's Pretty Woman. Oh, Pretty Woman. There you go. Backed with Dancing in the Street. Look at that. It was $1.99 back when I bought this. I think it was like 1990. I bought
that was big money back then.
It was. Still is.
You could have got like 2 Big Macs for that.
Yeah, you could have. I
Yeah,
don't know. Maybe
you got the Whopper Jr. for 99 cents. Remember that?
I do. I do remember those. The Whopper
I lived
Jr.
on Whopper Juniors.
the all that stuff. Yeah, I can't do any of that stuff anymore.
You eat healthy now? Healthy eater kind of guy?
Well, for me, a healthy burger is In-N-Out Burger. That's what I do. You know, because it has the lettuce.
Got to put some, iceberg lettuce. That's healthy.
Yes.
That'll help.
Yeah. So you guys, Dane, I don't know if you know this, man, but there's a lot of news in the world of Van Halen. So we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about, and
Awesome.
And yes, but first, you guys, let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Beane TV here on YouTube. If you'd like to help support the channel, support these shows, channel membership is the way you can do that. You can actually gift channel membership to fellow viewers within the chat. And I think did I see that? Did somebody gift some memberships? It's tough to tell because it says it, but then it just vanishes. Let's see. I know Janice Lala has been a member for 4 months. Top of the world member. Oh, here we go. Fernando Riley became a sponsor. Steve Barton became a sponsor. Let's see. That's what it's telling me anyway. Top tier of channel members. They get super shout outs at the beginning of every desk stream, which is what this is. And currently the top members are CC, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, who's spamming the chat, and he has a wrench, so look out. The official Rob Blackmore, Sherman Callahan, Thomas Santiago, John Moronic, OU812, Majestic PB and J Cat, Thomas Santiago again, Guitarman 45, Janice Lala, the intern, R-Habs, David Allen Wright, Warlag, Rock Show, Jason Collins, Patty Dill, and Fairfield Guitar Co. That's Lewis. Those are top tier channel members, so they get their names read at the top of every desk stream, meaning when I'm live here at the studio, yes, executive producers. There's all the channel members right there. Oh my goodness. I think we have something like 80 channel members now. I know, man.
Good for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you to our audience. We love all of you.
Now, I got a little YouTube channel myself, right? Zimm's Guitars. I have 3 channel members.
Nice. Exclamation point Zimm's in the chat, I think we'll give you. There it is. Nightbot saying it.
Become a channel member on Zimm's Guitars, okay?
Mm-hmm. Right on, dude. Right on.
I'm up to 3.
Nice.
But who's counting?
Yeah, I can't count for real, but you guys, channel membership, it's a way you can help support this channel, support these shows, support Dane's channel, support Dane's shows. But
how about that Michael
see.
Anthony bass that was in here last Tuesday? Was that crazy or what?
That was amazing, man. I had no idea about that. I didn't even send Dane the link. I'm like, hey, I'm doing 45 minutes. Dane's like, let me in. Johnny, open the door.
I got
look at this.
I got to fill the Van Halen crowd. Oh my god.
That was incredible, man. If you guys missed it, check it out. Go to last week's show. There's a whole playlist right here on the channel, exclusively Van Halen. But if I can remember, or if Janice the intern sends me a tweet,
Patty Dill, thank you for subscribing.
There'll be a card. There'll be a card right up there. Patty Dill, thank you for subscribing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
My channel is mostly me restringing guitars that come into my store. I put them on the bench. I restring them.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Guitars
Janice
need
dubbed a long
strings.
time ago. Thank you, Janice. She comments a lot. A lot of comments from Janice.
Janice has been around. Janice is one of the longest YouTube community.
She's a founding father of the YouTube world.
Probably, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's been around here for years. Mm-hmm. Super long time. So Janice, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you, everybody. So let's see. We're live here on YouTube, where I can see you. We're live on Facebook, Johnny Beane TV Facebook page, where if you'd like to support over on Facebook, we got Facebook stars, and I can't talk today. I think I need some of this delicious Waterloo.
Janice says she fired up her grill and during last night, and there was a blizzard going on.
Oh my gosh!
No, what was that comment? I read it wrong.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's all see the comments. We have lots.
Oh
of
no,
comments.
Rock Show did it. He fired up his grill last night in a blizzard.
Oh, that's nice. That's got to be good. That's cool. You guys, did I mention we're giving something away? So the more you talk in the chat, the better your chances are at winning. Which might be true. That's I'm thinking the logic behind the StreamYard giveaway tool is the more you, because that's what it seems like to me. The people that are here the most are the ones that are winning these giveaways. So say stuff in the chat, type numbers, we say, hey, type the number 1, whatever. Just keep the chat rolling, and we will see you guys during the giveaway. But let's see what else. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, exclusively Van Halen Facebook group at 62,000 members. EVH Gear Fans Live group, which is basically a group all about EVH Gear guitars. Although we post everything in there, the Kramer stuff, the what do you call it? All that stuff. EVH Gear Fans Live page, Johnny Beane TV group, where we're over 1,000. I think we're like 1,100 members in there, which is pretty interesting. And what else? This is a podcast, so you can actually listen to these shows on Amazon Music. Like I said, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, wherever there is. We're on Tumblr. We're on TikTok before it goes away. We're on Twitch. And actually, we're going to be on Kick in mere moments. I was at my post office today, and one of the people working there, they're like, Johnny, are you on Kick? I'm like, no. They're like, you got to get on Kick.
Kickstart my heart.
So, yeah. By the way, let's start with that. Okay, you don't even realize you just started. You just got us into the news, man. You don't even know this.
Kickstart my heart.
Yeah, you don't even know this, man. But but it's the truth. Is that working? Okay, yeah, I think that does work. Okay, let's head on over to Van Halen News Desk here. And yeah, with that song you were just singing. Okay, let's share the screen.
Kickstart My Heart, Motley Crue.
Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue was actually performed this Saturday night. Let's see, present, share screen. This laptop's getting slower and slower. Here we go. Here it is. I think. Right? There we are. Van Halen News Desk. is reporting. Watch Michael Anthony perform Somebody Get Me a Doctor and more at Save the Heartbeat fundraising concert. This was Saturday night. And actually, Kickstart My Heart was performed that night. Michael Anthony did play Kickstart My Heart along with John 5 on guitar, who is now in...
Phil X was involved. Was Phil X involved too?
Phil X was there as well.
Nice.
He was there. John 5 was there. He's now with Motley Crue. So they did perform Kickstart My Heart. I saw a video. It looks like they performed Rock Candy with Sammy Hagar. They performed Somebody Get Me a Doctor. Right there.
Somebody get me a doctor.
They played a whole bunch of stuff. And this was basically, it was a fundraising concert for Save the Heartbeat in Costa Mesa, California. It was Saturday night.
Mesa, that's near you, isn't it? Or that's down south of LA?
It's southern. It's more, it's near Anaheim. So it's it's near where we will be in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, the NAMM show.
Basically, at the NAMM show. Yes. So Anthony, who headlined the concert, held it at the Tiki Bar in Costa Mesa, was joined by some special guests, including Sammy Hagar, Trey Cool, who I actually sold a guitar to one time. He's the drummer in Green Day.
Okay, I've heard of that band.
I've heard of them a couple times. Phil X.
Pretty big.
Phil X, who is now in Bon Jovi.
Took over for Richie Sambora.
Yeah. I think two guys actually took over for Richie Sambora. Phil X and what's his name? John. I ran into him at NAMM one time and I scared him. I saw him. I was walking down a sidewalk and it was nighttime, and I walked right past him and I'm like, "Hey!" I said his name and he like jumped. Who's the other guy? I want to say John. He actually he has a studio. He was actually involved with A Different Kind of Truth, the album. In the chat, I'm trying to think of his name. Anyway, he plays guitar for Bon Jovi as well now. Him and Phil X. Let's see.
Jason Mason, come on now. Phil X is awesome.
Yeah.
Richie Sambora, I get it.
Well, I mean, people do love, classic lineups.
Yeah.
So I understand.
It would be good. And there is talk of that Richie's going to rejoin for a minute.
Did I see something? I think I read about that. It was either that or it was like some other band. Can you hear my rooster? Do you hear that? There's a rooster out there. He's saying stuff.
Little red rooster. At this time of the day, he's supposed to be doing that or at dawn, isn't he?
Oh, roosters go off all day. That's all they do is crow. That's all they do. Thank you, Janice, for the tweet. I just got your tweet about the card I need to put right up there after we're done.
So Michael Anthony put together a charity show, and a bunch of big boys came out, and they did a bunch of cool songs.
Yeah. I had some friends there that
can play Eddie Van Halen like nobody's business. He does it on an SG. Did you see his SG that he painted up like a Frankenstrat?
I did.
Yeah.
We actually had somebody on the show here that was involved in that a while ago.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. The SG that's painted up like the Frankenstein.
Guys, if I can remember to bring it in, I have a giveaway, a Van Halen giveaway, that if I can remember to bring it in. Scroll back down to where you saw Michael Anthony holding up the Van Halen 2 record. One more. Okay, right there. See that record right there? I have that record, and I'm willing to give it away. But get this. It's an 8-track.
Ooh.
I have the 8-track of Van Halen 2.
No way.
There's no guarantee that it's going to play if you have an 8-track and you throw it in there. It's just going to all come unlooped and, wind around everywhere.
Hey.
But I'm going to try to remember to bring that in for next Tuesday.
Oh, that'd be
got to
awesome.
be somebody that wants the Van Halen 2 8-track right?
Somebody has to want that. You know, cassettes are coming back. I think 8-tracks will be coming back at some point.
8-tracks are gonna come back.
They will be. Even though, you know, you got to flip it over mid-song.
Yeah.
It's like part of it. Imagine that back in the 70s when people were listening to 8-tracks, there was one whatever song was like the middle of the record, you never actually heard the middle of the song because it stopped. You had to flip the thing over and then it kept going. But it's like, what happened to the guitar solo? Nobody ever heard it.
Part 1, and then it would click, click to the track 3.
Right.
And then it would fade back in and you'd hear the end of the song.
That's right. That's right. Wait a minute.
Once in a while, there'd be just like 30 seconds of no sound at all.
Yes.
And then you'd hear click, click, and it'd go to the next track.
Yes. Aljon, go. Hey.
I don't have the box.
The box for that 8-track. Yeah. That stuff's getting collectible, man. I mean,
yeah, it's collectible.
They're like the CD long boxes. Remember those?
Yeah.
Those are getting collectible because they had more artwork on them.
And it prevented theft too.
Yeah.
It was harder to steal something in a big box that was like that size, you know.
Yeah. Now people steal MP3s. Yeah. Right on. Right on. By the way, yeah, happy anniversary. I was going to say 0812, but that happened.
Janice says that the cassette tapes came in a big cardboard box. Sometimes a big.
Sometimes they did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tapes did, CDs did. We actually had a lot of anniversaries this week for Van Halen albums. Van Halen 2. I did videos and all this stuff, and I can't even remember. Women and Children First had an anniversary. Jason the Mason, thank you.
Aljon's working on a pedal board. Just got the Ampeg 2. I think, is that a pedal? I think I might have one of those.
Oh, wow. You're a guitar store.
Oh, no. Just got the Amped 2.
The Amped 2.
I don't know what the Amped 2 is. I work in a guitar shop. I don't know. Some new gadget.
You're like, I just work here. I don't know what any of this stuff does.
Look at this pedal board. I got something to show you guys. Spotlight me, man. You want to put together a pedal board?
Yes. And hey, Jason the Mason, John Shanks. Board. Oh my gosh. It was John Shanks. That's the guy I startled at NAMM one year.
Now here's
Look at that. Board. Oh my gosh. That looks heavy, man.
It's not too bad. Yeah, that's nice, right? That's a Van Halen pedal board.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know what?
Wow.
Last a couple weeks ago, I bought a storage locker. Believe it or not, if this would have been on Storage Wars, this would have been the best episode ever. But I bought a storage locker full of music gear. And there were a lot of mic stands and stuff. And there were a lot of like keyboard stands that had Goodwill price tags on them and stuff. But I did get some cool stuff out of there in this pedal board that obviously at one time, I think it was just, bare wood or whatever. Eddie Van Halen this thing. So yeah, something fun to have around the store. I'll sell it if somebody comes in. $40 or something like that.
$40.
The $51.50. That's how much I should charge. $51.50.
Okay. You just said $40. The price is going up.
Yeah. Alton gave me an idea on what price to put on it. $150.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Anyway, you guys, Saturday
60.
Yes, Saturday night was the fundraiser for Save the Heartbeat. Check out the videos. You can go to Van Halen News Desk, and actually the videos are everywhere. Phil X himself is posting the videos on TikTok. That's where I saw the Kickstart My Heart. I think. I don't know where. Maybe John 5 posted. I think John 5 posted it. But very good. Very good. Awesome job for Save the Heartbeat, Michael Anthony.
Jason the Mason is saying that DLR, David Lee Roth, had a performance in Vegas.
Yes.
He did.
He did.
Wow.
He did. Not just David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth and Steve Stevens.
Wow.
Imagine that. Imagine that. And if I scroll, we can talk about that next. Man, this show is we're on top of it tonight, man.
I thought Dave was retired. So much for retirement, huh?
I don't think he's retired. No.
Retirement is boring. What are you gonna do? Sit around the house?
That's what I do anyway.
Who wants to do that?
I don't know. But Dave Lee Roth returns to the stage for a one-off performance in Vegas. Look at this. Yeah, this was last week. David Lee Roth was back on stage last Thursday, so March 23rd. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that was I guess last week. As he joined the all-star cover band, the Royal Machines, for a performance of Van Halen's Panama in Las Vegas. The concert took place at the Michelob Ultra Arena at the Mandalay Bay as part of a corporate event for Home Depot sales managers. Man, I wish I.
Oh yeah, you got to let those sales managers that work at Home Depot. You got to let those guys have a fun night out.
Just imagine the arena filled with guys wearing orange. What do you call those things?
Aprons. Yeah,
aprons.
The little Home Depot name tag.
Yeah, carrying those orange buckets. I think Homer is the guy's name, their mascot. Roth joined a lineup of stars, including Billy Morrison, Mark McGrath, Donovan. Is it Letch Jr., Chris Chanley, Josh Freese, and Billy Idol guitarist Steve Stevens.
Cool.
I did see the photos. We actually showed them. I think was it Saturday night? There was actually a selfie of Roth with Steve Stevens. It looks like they like some rehearsal photos got out. And then they had the performance. Here we go.
So Dave had to rehearse Panama. Is that what you guys are trying to say?
There they are. There he is. Look at that.
I saw Billy Idol at the Coliseum in Phoenix in 1985. And I stood on the main floor, and I swear to God, it was like a giant dance floor. It was 1985. Of course they had Dancing with Myself was out, White Wedding they had out. He had all his big hits out at that time. It was awesome.
Oh, yes. Incredible. I mean, that was the 80s.
But that guitar player that's featured in that photo right there, that's not Steve Stevens. Who's that guy?
No, that's Billy Morrison. Billy Morrison. I think he's a guitarist in the band the Royal Machines.
Oh, so they're like one of those Vegas celebrity cover bands.
I'm not sure.
I know,
I'm not
like
sure.
Dana Strum and some of those guys, the Slaughter guys did that kind of stuff a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of those guys that lived in Vegas, that was good work up there. And you would just do they had like Rockstar cover band night at a lot of those venues.
Mm-hmm. Oh, especially at a place like the Mandalay Bay, like these huge rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Great. It looked like it was a pretty big event. I saw some other photos taken from other sides of the show, and it looked like there was a lot of.
Dave's like looking at his guitar playing right there, going, "Hey man, The song's in F sharp. You're playing it in E. You missed that. You should have saw how Eddie played that. You missed that one little pull off right there. Just giving him some guitar advice.
Look at that
Oh,
ad.
there's the storage locker. There she is. See that storage locker thing. I actually went through a storage locker the other day, and I
Is that a
bought
storage locker?
and I did.
Oh,
Really
Storage
good.
Wars. So wait, so this is that's
She was there, man. She was like, "Hey,
that's where you got that
I'm
pedal
gonna
board,
show you
huh?
the storage locker," and I said, "Ooh, baby, I bet you will."
Gosh, I've never seen that show, so I don't remember her at all. But that's okay. Anyway, David Lee Roth. Yeah, it looks like Billy Morrison, Official, and Steve Stevens, just to name a few. So it looks like they played Panama. Very cool.
Panama.
Very cool.
That's one of those, because of the video, that's one of those songs that, it's weird because people that aren't Van Halen fans, and I know there's not that many of them out in the world.
Wait.
And there's
No,
definitely none of
I
those
can't
on this
believe
channel.
that. I can't
The
believe
people
that's
that
ever.
aren't like very young people, they know Jump, they know Panama, they know Hot for Teacher. And it's because of those videos.
Well, that's how I knew Van Halen. Jump, Panama, Hot for Teacher because of those videos. That's how I got into the band.
Right.
That's how I got into it.
I got into the band because in 1978, I was at band practice at my house, and a bunch of guys were listening to music, and one guy was like, "Oh my God, have you heard this?" And he played Eruption, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm a Van Halen fan."
1978. So you've been into them since the beginning then?
Yeah, I honestly have.
Wow.
It might have been 79. Yeah, this one time at band practice. 80s forever. Johnny, what's the chance you could get that a picture of Michael Anthony's killer bass? So we could look at that, because I'm still so stoked that a friend of mine that lives here in
You don't
Phoenix
have it there?
brought that bass guitar. No, he took it home. He didn't let me
Oh,
hold it.
no.
But he actually brought this bass guitar into my store. We did a little YouTube video about it. If you go on the Zimm's Guitars channel, you can see Michael Anthony's killer bass.
Exclamation point Zims in the chat. Here, I can actually upload a photo of it to StreamYard. I've got one right here. Let's do that.
But it was so cool to see this bass.
Dude.
And actually, I played it for a minute. The only time I played it when I was on your channel doing last Tuesday, like, let me play it. And the neck it's what I would want out of a bass neck.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the tuners were weird. And he had them strung up. He had some strings wound around this way and some wound that way to hold the nut in place. But that thing was so cool. And yeah, that thing was just so cool. I never in my life thought that. Yeah, there it is. Never in my life thought I'd have my hands on that bass guitar. When it was not back in the 80s and I saw them playing at the Coliseum every summer, they'd come through town. There was no way I ever, even in my wildest dreams, thought I'd play that thing for a minute.
Dang. Yeah. Those are basses that he used on Diver Down.
Mm-hmm.
Diver Down.
Charvel from 1980 made that for him. Custom made that for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was two of them.
That one says Killer on the back. And then 2 or 3 years later, they made him a second one, and he put WDFA on the back of that one.
That was the name of the what?
I think it was short for "We Don't F Around."
Yeah, it was. But I think I want to say one of the tours that was like the acronym for like the 80 tour or something. That we don't.
It's
F
true.
Around. That's what I'm thinking. And there we go. Look at this, man. Thank you, Rob Blackmore. Rob Blackmore just sent this photo in, man. Look at that. There he is.
Yeah, man. There it is. Look at that look on my face, man. That's some serious. That's in the pleasure dome right there. Yeah. That's full on loving life to the fullest right there.
That is.
Your wildest dreams coming true face.
Wow. Have you ever played another rock star owned instrument?
Well, thanks to Pete, I've played Chris Holmes, 1981 Bloody Star, Jackson Star.
Mm-hmm.
And I played Randy Pipers, who was also in Wasp. I played Randy Piper's pipes guitar that was a BC Rich that looked like motorcycle pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And I played Don Dawkins' 1981 or 1980 Charvel Bumblebee, where Charvel Jackson made 5 of them. I played number 3. First belonged to Don Dawkins, but Don was a nice enough guy to know that when he saw Eddie playing the same guitar and that it was Eddie's design, Dawkins like, I can't go out and play in that thing. So he sold it off to his bass player real quick.
You mean the like the stripe design?
Yeah, it was like it was a yellow and black striped Bumblebee thing. It had a full pick guard on it though. And the rumor is that Eddie took a body to the Charvel Jackson guys, and it was probably Grover Jackson that did it. But do you know on the Frankenstrat, when he wanted to angle the pickup, and he didn't have a router and all that kind of stuff, so he just sort of dug in at it and flipped. Well, he took a body, which was probably a boogie body, to Grover Jackson and asked him to, install a pickup and route it out so the pickup would be at an angle and a black and yellow Bumblebee stripe kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then when he returned a month later, Grover Jackson had 5 of them hanging on the wall, completely painted. And Eddie freaked out and like, bro, that's my thing. What you're still in my thunder. You're still in my whole look. And Don Dawkins bought the one that's stamped 3 out of those 5. So I played that thing. Oh. It was a 1980 boogie body, and it weighed like 10 pounds. Solid ash.
Wow. I'm trying to find a photo of one of those things. I know what you're talking about. Actually, there was somebody.
I don't know if my story's completely accurate, where Eddie showed up and there were 5 of them all painted up, and he got pissed off and said, "Hey, man, that's my guitar design. Don't do that," and stormed off. I don't know how truthful the story is or anything like that, but that's how I've heard it, and so that's how I keep saying it.
What I've heard is that Edward, he saw a guitar player playing in a club, and the guitar player had a Bumblebee style guitar, and Eddie's like, "Where'd you get that?" And then he went to the company and saw that they were making them, and he had no clue. That's what I heard. And actually, there's somebody.
Yeah, I did a whole YouTube video on that. If you guys look back about 3 months ago. Pete, that owns Swiss Picks, he owns that guitar, and he told me all about it, and it's in the YouTube video that we did.
We had a viewer several years back, and hey, if you happen to be watching this, send me a message or comment down below. We had a viewer that had one of those bodies, one of those original Bumblebee bodies. And he had messaged me, this is probably like 4 years ago or something. And we had photos. We actually did a show where we actually talked about that entire thing. This was years ago. Yeah, anyway. Wow, that's crazy, man.
It's a science, that's right.
Yeah. Let's see. What time is it? 40 after. You guys, we're doing a giveaway. We're giving away this 45 Van Halen, Oh Pretty Woman, backed with Dancing in the Street. This is new, old stock, never played. I got this brand new in 1990. And this can be yours tonight. All you got to do is type, look at, yeah. Just type a number between 1 and whatever the end, wherever numbers stop, and you'll be entered to win. Look at that. Yeah, that's a lot of numbers. Let's see. What else? What else happened? David Lee Roth, he uploaded, was it today? He uploaded a video?
Might have been today. Yeah, he uploaded an old song. What was that song? I watched it for a few minutes. I'm like, what? What's he doing? But it seemed fun.
He was eating, or he was trying to eat like Burger King.
Yeah, he's eating a sandwich or something, or he's trying to eat a sandwich, and the song is you never would have believed he was doing it.
Friends in Low Places.
That's right. I got friends in low places, and there's a dog looking at him, but it's a statue of a dog. And Dave's got a big old hamburger with lettuce and everything you like, Johnny. Big giant hamburger, and he's not taking a bite, but he's looking at the dog statue, and he's looking at all these, friends that he has.
Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that Garth Brooks that does that? Or who?
It's a country guy, yeah. Yeah, right, so he's got that big old cheeseburger, but the statues are like his only two friends. It looks like a robotic dog. And he's sitting there singing that song, but it doesn't really sound like him. You guys all have to listen to it, and I don't know. To me, I'm like, that doesn't sound like Dave singing that, but maybe he just, I don't know.
Let me see. I'll listen to it.
Uh-oh, here we go.
No, that's Garth Brooks singing. That's the actual song. That's not Roth singing. But one thing we're going to do is we're going to give you guys the link to that video, and you're going to drop a comment over there.
Yeah, saying, Dave's going to eat it and smile.
If you guys haven't seen it, open up another browser. Here's the video. And say you saw Johnny Beane sent me, Johnny Beane TV. Say Zimm's Guitars. Drop comments in there. Say Zimm's Guitars, Mesa, Arizona.
Mm.
There we go. There's the link in the chat. So drop some comments on the video.
Yeah, let us know if you think it's Dave singing. I don't imagine that he would just make a video of him listening to a Garth Brooks song. But again, when I listen to it, I'm like, that doesn't sound like Dave. Dave, you can tell Dave's voice.
That's Garth Brooks. Or whoever did the original, that's who that is. I'm listening to it right now. I hear it.
Well, Dave has been retired for a long time, and maybe he's spending his spare time trying to sing like Garth Brooks and imitating Garth.
Well, didn't Garth Brooks retire and then come back as Chris Gaines?
Yeah, he had an alter ego there for a while.
Yeah. Maybe Roth is retiring and he's going to come back as somebody else?
I think it's Dave just doing his very best impersonation of Garth Brooks.
On the song?
That's what I'm saying right now. And I listened to it for like 30 seconds. I'm like,
I listened to it for 1 second, and I can tell you it's the original tune. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Mike Wood. Thank you, Two-Way Muir. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Patty Dill. They're dropping comments over there saying Zimm's Guitars and Johnny Beane sent us. So, yeah, drop comments on that video. Tell them Johnny Beane and Dane Zimmerman sent you.
Oh, now Garth is going to do a follow-up to the Chris Gaines album. He's planning on another Chris Gaines Volume 2.
For real?
That's what William's saying in the chat.
Uh-huh. That's cool. Wow, Garth Brooks is from Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Wow.
Tornado Alley. Sad to hear about some of those tornadoes down in Mississippi and or it was Alabama. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. Tornadoes, those things are scary, man.
Mm-hmm.
No thanks.
You don't have that problem in California. Your only issue is you're going to have an earthquake and you're going to completely fall into the ocean.
I'll take it. I'll take that over a tornado anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I first moved out here, I've been out here 31 years. I've been out here longer than I've been alive, which is pretty weird. I remember being terrified of my first earthquake. Like, oh no, I'm not going to know what to expect, right? My first earthquake happens, and my Music Man Van Halen guitar falls off the stand and hits the back of the neck, gets a little dent in it. So that dent has been there 31 years or whatever. And it feels normal to me. Every time I play that guitar, I feel that dent in the neck, and it's like nothing.
Yeah, us here in Arizona, we're going to have oceanfront property.
Uh-huh. Lex Luthor, that was Superman the movie. Remember? He sent the missiles. They're going to blow up. California was going to sink, but he bought all the property in Nevada. So Nevada was going to be the new beachfront, like Otisville.
Deputy Van Halen ate lunch backstage with Huey Lewis in the News and his band when he was 8.
No way.
Little guy.
My first concert was Huey Lewis in the News, Sports Tour, 1984. And I swore the bass player saw me. Mario is his name. That was my band, man. Huey Lewis. I mean, if we want to talk guitars, I got into the guitar because of the movie Back to the Future, and Huey Lewis, The Power of Love was the track. Michael J. Fox, Marty McFly, the Pinheads playing in the gymnasium playing, that's actually Power of Love they're playing. The Huey Lewis song. And Huey Lewis is the guy with the megaphone saying, sorry, you're just too darn loud. That is what got me into wanting to play. And then hearing the Eddie Van Halen riff on the headphones with the Martian. That's what got me into Van Halen.
So apparently Gary Cherone did an interview with Jeremy White somewhere.
Was
Van
uploaded
Halen
today.
Singer.
Yeah. I haven't heard the whole interview yet. I just heard a clip. But Jeremy's a good friend. He's been on the show. He's been here. That's right. That's right, Mike. Edward Van Halen, it says on the cassette. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys smash that thumbs up. Smash it. We got how many thumbs? We got 37 thumbs ups. We got 60 watching. We're just 5 away from 200 views on the video tonight. And very shortly, we'll be giving away a Van Halen 45. This could be yours. Dust off that turntable. Do you have a turntable, Dane?
I do, and it's in my garage, and my album collection is stacked up in a row. I have bookshelves all along one wall in my garage. And usually when I'm like Sunday afternoon, when I'm not at work and I'm landscaping my front lawn or cutting the grass or weed whacking, I'll put on a record and listen through it while the lawnmower's going. So background music, really loud. The whole neighbor can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But last Sunday, I put on Pat Travers. I think the album's called Putting It Straight or something like that. And so I listened to some Pat Travers.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
system do you have?
Just an old, nothing fancy.
Like the Play School one with the Mickey Mouse one and the briefcase?
No, it's better than that, but it was an old...
That's the one that I had.
I think it's a Sony kind of thing, and turntable sets on top of it. And I have it on the highest shelf of my bookcase. So it sets like 7 foot up or something like that. And so when I put a record on, I have to reach way up there and drop the needle, and so it's kind of safe up there unless we have an earthquake in Phoenix.
Oh. You might have one, man. An earthquake. Yeah, see, that's similar to what I had.
There it goes. You know what's weird about now, if you have a turntable like that, and you listen to like AM radio hits of the 1960s and 70s, on the little turntable like that, they sound fine. It sounds okay. You put on the Beach Boys or something, it sounds okay. You try to put in a Metallica album on or some Van Halen on one of those little things, and you're just like, no, this is horrible. But for some reason, those little cheesy little turntables, they work good for the...
Well, there was less definition on the older albums. There was less bass, everything. And actually, truthfully, those older records, if you want to go way back, they were in mono. They weren't in stereo.
Right.
So they would sound fine through this. That's my record player right there.
And even in the 80s and the 90s, when I'd go to band practice and I would take my ghetto blaster and I would just set it somewhere in the room and hit record on a cassette tape. And then you go listen back to it. If you put that cassette on a really nice stereo, you're like, oh God, it sounds horrible. But if you play it back on a very cheap little boombox kind of cassette player, it sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Does. I used to carry around a cassette recorder not too much bigger than this thing.
I got one of those out in the storage locker. It's in the back.
Yeah, it was made by Realistic.
Reminder to yourself, the new Van Halen album comes out next week. Remember how you used to give yourself, you'd record little reminders to yourself?
Yeah. I used to record every gig I had up until like an iPhone or a mini disc recorder. I used to carry around little cassette things, and I've got boxes of tapes of gigs where if we listened to them,
too.
they would sound the audio quality would sound terrible.
Right.
But I have them. You know.
I do too. I have a whole box of cassettes, and it's me messing around with a little Fostech 4-track, or it's me for a little while there. I borrowed my friend's. He had a 24-channel PV mixing console, big, giant, huge PV 24-channel mixer. And what I would do is I would plug microphones in, as many mics as I could get, and set them all around the room. Set one in front of the guitar, in front of the bass, and the kick drum. I'd set mics all around the room, and then my singer, we would go line out of the PA system and go into one. And then I would take my outputs from the big giant PV mixer and go into a cassette player and just hit record on a cassette. And then what you would do is, instead of when you would just, okay, man, give me your kick drum, you would just read the light indicators and get it to where it went in the yellow. And then, okay, play your guitar, and you turn the mics up, you know, on that old mixer until it got into the yellow. And then you wouldn't mix it by ear. You would just mix it by how many lights the indicators are that are flashing. So I got some pretty good sounding, and it was stereo. So I got some pretty good sounding old cassettes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You ever think you'll upload any of that to the internet?
Nope.
I've got a whole bunch. Actually, I played on Sunday nights. I play the guitar on my channel Sunday nights. I call it Guitar ASMR. Right. Somebody in the chat had found a video, a demo of mine that actually goes back to 1997, but I uploaded it to my YouTube channel in 2010. But they found it. They're like, Johnny, you got to use that on your shows. Use this song. And so I played it a couple times on the show Sunday night. Go back and check it out, you guys. And then I played it on the guitar. And then I remembered, I actually have a demo from 1996 of the same song. If somebody reminds me, I'll find it and I'll upload it to here so you guys can hear it. So I've got boxes and boxes of 4-track
What about
tapes.
Van Halen on cassette? You got boxes full of Van Halen cassettes?
Dude, right above me, I have a huge box of all kinds of bootlegs. That reminds me, man.
Bootlegs?
A friend of mine. Oh yeah, I got tons of stuff that's not even online on the internet. A friend of mine that actually sent me all that stuff was actually at that Michael Anthony show the other night.
Oh.
He actually flew out.
You know what's a
and
really
went
good
to
one
that.
is the last show at the Pasadena Civic Center. Roth is like, it's been a long time, but this is our last show here at the Pasadena Civic Center. I'm happy
That's
to say
actually-
it's one off our very first album. It's called Atomic Punk.
That's the best
that is
Van
a
Halen
good
bootleg there is. That
That is
particular
the
one you're
best
talking
there
about.
is. I know it.
Pasadena Civic 77. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I had that on a cassette, and I wore that thing out.
Dude, I had that on a CD. I got it back in 1990. A CD called a bootleg CD called "Dress to Kill." You guys can look it up. It's called "Dress to Kill." It has Van Halen on the front. They're dressed up from the Hot for Teacher music video where they're wearing the tuxedos.
Mm.
And the problem with the album sounds great, but it's one track, meaning the whole show is on track number 1.
Yes.
So you'd have to keep your finger pressed to skip to the next one or whatever. And then at the end of that, they had the Gene Simmons House of Pain demo that Gene Simmons produced that runs into Running with the Devil. And this is like excellent. This is like the best quality I've ever heard of those demos, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And then from there, it goes to two bootleg songs from the clubs, one called Down in Flames and one called Bullet Head. Two songs that appeared on A Different Kind of Truth in 2012. So if you guys can find that, it's called Van Halen Dress to Kill. If you can find that, it's an excellent live CD.
On that Pasadena 77 show during Ice Cream Man, you can hear Eddie's guitar comes unplugged. and then you can hear him messing around, plugging it back in his pedal board or whatever. It came unplugged somewhere, and then just he gets it right back in just in time to kick into that lead, and it's just he just crushes it.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Added excitement. It's just added excitement during that song where they're playing along, and then suddenly he comes unplugged, and they're all like, "Oh no, what do you do?" They just keep playing, but then he just plugs it right in, just in the nick of time. Starts it right into the solo.
Yep. I know that, dude. I know that bootleg. I listen to it every day. I had it on the CD. I had it on vinyl. I actually had. Yeah, there's a vinyl version of it. The thing is, if you look around, you can actually find more, like slightly more of the beginning of that show.
That's a lot to pack on a record.
Yeah,
because it was over 30 minutes long or something, wasn't it? It was probably a hour show back then, or was it a 45-minute show? It was probably a headlining show. They were headlining. It was probably a 90-minute show.
Van Halen. Actually, I can't look that up because it's only the one track. It was released under different names over the years.
Yeah.
I don't even, like, there's so many of them. I don't even.
I think they opened up with On Fire.
Yeah.
That was their opener for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great.
And Feel Your Love's on there. Somebody Get Me a Doctor, which I always thought, wow, that is so weird because they're playing Somebody Get Me a Doctor, but that didn't end up until the second album when that finally came out on a record.
Right.
Or no, it's Dead or Alive. They were playing Dead or Alive in that 1977 show. And his lyrics, even Dave's lyric content, was a little different. Instead of the judge looked at me and said out of luck, he's saying the jury looked at me, or one or the other. I have them flipped. But yeah, the lyric content was a little different. But they played Dead or Alive in 1977.
They played DOA. They did play Somebody Get Me a Doctor. And Somebody Get Me a Doctor, actually, the riff goes back to 1974.
It's got an extended intro part.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Somebody Gets Me a Doctor has it, and then they even do it in the middle of the song before the ba-da, da-da-da-da.
They go like da 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 da. Yeah, it's a little different.
Right. Yeah.
It's like the chords are like mixed backwards or something.
Templeman, I always thought to myself, that's where Ted Templeman was like, bro. Just cut that part out right there. Go right into this riff, okay? So that's most likely that's Ted Templeman's work right there.
Speaking of Ted Templeman, really quickly, you guys, how we doing on time here? Speaking of Ted Templeman, do you still close at 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Your time?
Hey, Rock Daddy.
Rock Daddy. Speaking of Ted Templeman, he's actually from here. He's from Santa Cruz. And if you live out here in Santa Cruz, there's actually a hotel. Where is it? We actually walked past it, and I actually grabbed a whole stack of these.
At it. It's just right here.
It's over there. Well, technically, I grabbed all the magazines. They're all right there. Santa Cruz Style, Spring 2023 magazine. If you live here, you can find it. There's actually a Ted Templeman article. Yeah, sorry it's blurry, but Ted Templeman, how local musician and Grammy winner Ted Templeman influenced pop music. Latest issue of Santa Cruz Style. Thank you to Greg Renoff for letting me know about this. I actually grabbed several, and I'm actually mailing a few copies away to some friends who asked for them. But there's Van Halen in there. There's photos of Van Halen.
What was the name of Ted Templeman's band before he became a producer? He was actually in a band. In the chat.
That's a good question.
In the
That's
chat.
a good question.
Yeah,
in the chat.
Band.
In the chat.
Ted Templeman's band before he became Van Halen's producer. Yeah, but every time I heard somebody get me a doctor, and they cut that long. It's not long, but it's just, 3 chords or 4 chords, like back at the intro part again. And they cut that out on the record. I'm like, I bet Ted Templeman told them to cut that out. Trimming the fat off the song. That's what he was doing, man. He was trimming the fat.
I know exactly the part you're talking about too. And actually, you listen to it the way it ended up on the album, it does flow. It has more of a flow to it now.
Yeah, it made it better.
In the chat, did anybody get it? I'm looking. His band working entry level. Oh, he was working since the early 70s.
Come on, man. Everybody's Googling it.
Ted Templeman, born in Santa Cruz, California, which is where I am right now, where he began his career in the mid-'60s as a drummer in a band called... I found it.
Starts with an H, right?
No.
Oh.
Starts with a T. Well, actually, it starts with the. In the chat.
The Flesh Tubes. No, it wasn't the Flesh Tubes.
No.
Ted and the Templeman. No. No. The Fleshlights. No, it wasn't the Fleshlights. That's a good name.
I don't think so. Anyway, I found it.
No, it wasn't Heart. Harper something. Steven. That's exactly right. It's close. Steven's very, very close.
Oh, okay. So the band, I'm looking at what the original name was that was changed to that.
Oh.
I see what you're saying.
I'm talking about the band that had a hit song and they had a record. And
best known for their Broadway Sunshine pop sound. In their cover of Simon and Garfunkel's The 59th Street Bridge song. I actually discovered that song.
Holly got it. Holly Lewis got it. Harper's Bazaar. Song from a band from the 60s.
Yeah. Which was their original name was, how do you pronounce that? Tikis?
I have no idea what that is.
Tikis?
Yeah, Harper's Bazaar was the band. And they had a radio hit.
The Simon and Garfunkel
I think
song?
He was the bass player, or he was the drummer or something.
He was the drummer.
It's funny. I know a lot of drummers that are very interested in the electronics aspect and the recording part of music. Drummers love that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of drummers that have turned into record producers and engineers and have home studios and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like Butch Vig?
Feelin' Groovy. That's the song. Feelin' Groovy. So when you hear Feelin' Groovy and then you turn that into, it turned into the Doobie Brothers. He did a lot of Doobie Brothers stuff. Did a lot of stuff before Van Halen came along.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some times where there were certain things that Ted didn't really want in certain Van Halen songs, and Ed and the guys would have to sort of do it at night when he wasn't there. Hey man, meet us at the studio at 2 a.m. Ted leaves at 6:30, and they did some stuff like that.
That kind of started happening around Fair Warning, where him and Don Landy, Ed and Don Landy would sneak back in and re-record his stuff.
Unchained. I think it happened on Unchained, and the have you seen Junior's grades? I have a feeling that Ted didn't want that part in the song.
Well, that was a different song.
That was a little weird. He thought that was a little weird bit that they had in there. with the piano and everything.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
I think
Edward,
that was one of
he
the first times where Eddie and the guys were like, "Let's go around, Ted, and just leave that part in."
maybe.
Oh, did he produce Montrose?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the Sammy Hagar thing comes together.
They say, and we kind of started hearing about this 30 years ago or so, that
Oh yeah, and the Cradle Will Rock. I had the wrong song.
yeah, that's a different tune.
I had the wrong
But
song. My bad.
but they say when Warner Brothers first signed to Van Halen, they weren't so sure about Roth, and Templeman had worked with Sammy Hagar. And they're saying there was talks, not really with, I don't think the band knew about it at that point, but like the higher ups at Warner Brothers were thinking about making the switch to Hagar for that first album. Imagine if that would have happened.
Do we have to try to imagine that?
Well, you've been a fan since the beginning, so I don't know if you can even imagine that. For me, that'd be like, oh, even better. Because I got into the band during 5150, so.
Right. But that's a cool thing about Van Halen is, they, because of Sammy, they sort of redid their band and it moved on to the next generation. Because I'm a boomer.
Dude.
I'm a boomer. I'm not a Gen Xer, man. I'm a boomer. I'm right kind of on the cusp. But yeah, I'm a boomer. So they appealed to the boomers and they appealed to the Gen X. And now Wolfgang
What am
is
I?
appealing to the Gen Zs or whoever the hell they are. Or the millennials. Johnny's Gen X.
Am I? I don't know what I am.
That's what
I just know I'm
Mike
here.
is saying.
I'm here Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I'm on the tail end of the boomers too.
Do you take offense to that boomer?
I like
Hey,
to
boomer?
say, no, I just said it out loud to everybody. I was born in December of 1961. So I'm 61
goodness.
years old.
Wait, you were
Same
born in
age
61
as,
and now you're 61? How does that work?
I don't know. That's weird, huh?
That's very strange. That makes you like one a year or something.
But the whole baby boomer thing started in 1945 when World War II ended and everybody came home and started making babies. And so I think by 19, and most generations last 20 years, right? Wouldn't you say? They do it every 20 years or so?
What now?
A generation?
You mean
They last 20 years?
Hopefully they last longer
Yeah,
than
I've
that.
solved the mystery of the cosmos.
I can't wait until I can say, wow, I was born in 80 and I'm 80 now.
That's still a long time away. You'll probably be there all by yourself. I don't think I'll be around.
I'll miss you.
So that's when the babies were made.
I'm glad you
You
said
guys are
when
funny
and
in the
not how.
chat tonight. They're funny, and we should probably not talk about old stuff and get back to Van Halen, which is old stuff.
Well,
we're kind of talking about old stuff.
we're keeping it relevant, man. We're keeping the Van Halen going for you guys.
I
We
think
love
you're
our Van
lying.
Halen.
Born in 1980.
You think I was born after 1980?
Dan of New Jersey was in college when Van Halen started.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, so for me, Van Halen was when I was 18 years old until, I was in my 20s mostly. A lot of people say that the music that they really love is the stuff that you get into when you're like 14, the first music that you hear.
Van Halen for me.
Right.
Well, I was 12. I was 12 when I got into Van Halen.
Yeah, but when I was 12,
in 1996.
it was listening to, Elton John and stuff like that. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Well, his partner calls us every once in a while. That's true. I mean, the stuff you get into when you're, the first thing is the things you really love. That's like, oh, this is the most awesome thing. And the rest of your life, it's like, it's the most awesome thing. And some people, they can be like, oh, rap sucks or forget this. But if you want to be a well-rounded musician, you accept all of it. Because really, it's all the same. It's all music.
That is true.
I mean, who cares if there's no guitar in today's music? I love it. Right, Janice? What else? Smash that thumbs up, you guys.
There's a lot of very talented... In modern music, there's a lot of very talented singers, female singers, everything that it's all about. It's not so much about the guitar playing thing anymore. It's about the singers. You got The Voice on television. You've got, all these singing shows, and all these songs come out, or you're pumping gas at the gas station. You hear a song on the radio. It's modern music. You hear a girl just singing her heart out. You don't hear any music in the background. There isn't a sax solo or a lead guitar or anything like that in modern music. But you hear a girl or a lot of the guys too that are just singing just beautifully,
Right. Yeah, but it's all music. Everything is music. So if you like music, you like you like music.
It's true.
Yes. And what's also true is we're 20 views away from 300 views. Music is
so
good.
If everybody in the chat would like click off for a few seconds and then click back on, would that count as more views?
Yeah. And what I would also do, that's what we call refreshing. Do the refresh.
Oh, just refresh. Do the
refresh your browser. Refresh your browser. But also what that does is that brings you to the freshest point of this show when we do the giveaway. And you want to be here when we do the giveaway. Because if I call out a name
up here in about 5 minutes
and you had left already, yeah.
Okay. Everybody do the refresh.
Do the refresh. Fresh.
How many people we got watching right now? I can't see.
We got 64.
Wow, okay. 64.
We got 64 people watching. You guys are awesome.
What about upcoming shows? Do you got any good plans for your Friday show or your Saturday show? I know you had the Ripley live last Friday.
Dude, well...
What do you got in the works?
I think that was the Friday before. I think that was a week ago Friday, the 17th. Yeah, that was a week ago Friday. We talked all things Ripley, which included Kramer Ripley's, and we had a guy on the show who actually worked on the Ripleys. It was pretty awesome. Check out that show. Exclamation point Ripley in the chat. We'll give you that show. What do we have coming up? Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. This Friday, well, every Friday, we talk Kramer guitars. So talking Kramer, all things Kramer.
Hey, I got a Kramer. Can I show you a Kramer real quick?
Of course. We love Kramers. We love Kramer guitars. I have 48 likes. Well, it says 47 to me. Smash that like button. Oh my goodness.
It's black, maple neck. It's the Kramer, but the model of this one is the 1984. And weirdly enough, it's left-handed. But it would make if you wanted to put this neck on a righty, wouldn't that be cool? To have the reverse headstock?
That would be cool. That would be very cool.
Yeah, this just came into the shop a few days ago. And again, they make the Kramer Pacer. They make the Beretta. They make the Beretta Special. And they make the 1984. And so
there it is.
One of the differences is that on the Beretta, the pickup is in there, tilted. This one, it's straight on. And I imagine there's other things too that are different than the Beretta, but yeah, it's a Kramer, the 1984.
Wow.
I do have a lot of guys that come in the store and they want lefty stuff.
That's what I was going to say. Having a left-handed guitar like that, is that going to last long in your store?
No.
That could sell
already
tomorrow.
Guys looking for it. And when you buy a guitar, just like Guitar Center, it has that 30-day police hold so the police department can see if it was stolen. Right? Just like Guitar Center. This is on that 30-day police hold. It's got the bridge that is not full floating. It's pretty much, right there. Just like Eddie's guitar was. You can only dive down on it.
That's true.
Yeah. But it's on a police hold. I can sell it in a month from now.
Mm-hmm. But you can jam on it all you want until then.
Not much of a guitar player, but when the strings are all up there upside down, it makes it even worse.
Are you a left? Yeah, you're not much of a left-handed guitar player, are you? You know what's cool about that is you can learn how to play lefty while it's on that 5150 hold.
Yeah, here we go. Let me grab a pick.
Actually, I know a song you can play on that instantly right now with no problem.
I can't do it.
Hey, Amanda.
Really rough. It's
Here,
amazing how you just can't do it.
Can I teach you a song? I can get you to play a song instantly on that.
Yeah.
Instantly. Here, trust me. Hold the guitar.
Okay.
Hold the guitar. I'm seriously, I can teach you a song left-handed right now that you can play no problem.
Let's give it a try.
Actually, well, here's an easier song. Okay, take your pick. Play the low, and this involves no fretting. Play the low E string. Go E, G, B, E, D, G. Yeah, so think 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3 as far as the strings.
Oh, that Metallica riff, huh?
Yes. Look at that. You're a you're a left-handed guitar player. Amazing.
Back.
Dane Zimmerman, lefty. I was actually going to say play Smoke on the Water with the open G and B strings. That'd be easy too, but that was even easier. Amazing.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun. You'll probably sell that guitar tomorrow.
I got one guy already wants it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is he local?
He is.
Okay. There you go. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? We got 61 watching. We're going to give this away in just a minute. Van Halen 45. Oh, Pretty Woman. This is new, old stock. I've had this brand new since 1990. This can be yours. All you got to do is say something in the chat. That's all you got to do.
Who wrote that song, Pretty Woman?
Oh,
Pretty Woman. Walking down the streets.
I forgot.
Was it just the one guy, or were there two people that wrote that? What's it say on the record?
Well, I mean, technically, it's two guys.
Who's the other guy?
Two guys. The other guy, or the guy that we know of?
The guy we know of, Roy Orbison. Who's the other guy?
The other guy's name is Bill Dees.
Bill Dees.
Bill Dees.
Who's probably his bass player.
Or his guitar
Now
player.
those bass players are, man. They're creative.
Oh, they're awesome. They're awesome, man. Okay. All right. One other thing we want you guys to do. Here, let me give you guys the link, and then we will spin. Here we go.
And who wrote the Flip Side song? Dancing in the Streets. That was a Motown song. Performed by... Who was it that performed that song and wrote that song? Dancing in the Streets.
In the chat?
Dancing. We're dancing in
Or do you want me to tell you?
street.
I can tell you. I can tell you who wrote it.
Was that the band?
Oh, no way. I didn't know that guy wrote that song.
Was it Gladys Knight? No, it wasn't Gladys Knight. It was the who did Martha? Was it Martha Reeves?
Yeah.
It wasn't Martha Reeves. was it?
Two-way Murga.
Martha and the Vandells.
There you go.
Huh.
Yeah, they performed it.
Okay.
But did you know Dancing in the Street was actually written by Marvin Gaye?
Wow.
That's what it says. Well, actually,
No,
he's
I don't-
one of the people that wrote it. There's several.
Oh yeah, it was all those
William
guys that worked
Stevenson,
there.
Ivy Joe Hunter, and Marvin Gaye.
Detroit. Yeah, Motown Records in Detroit.
Look at that.
Pittsfield, USA, Detroit, Michigan.
Michigan.
Oh yeah, Jagger and Bowie, their version is hilarious, the video. Hilarious video.
I remember
Cringy.
that. Yeah. I remember that. You guys. Okay, what are we doing?
Dancing in the street.
You guys.
Doing chicken dance and stuff. Dancing. Getting all up in each other's faces and stuff.
Yeah. You guys, did you know this week, how many years ago? 30? No way. 30 years ago. Is that right? 1993. Was that 30 years?
Yep.
30 years ago this week, Van Halen released the music video for the live version of the song Dreams. I don't know if you ever saw that. There's actually two versions of that video. Both live. One had more footage of the crowd running through the streets. Van Halen played a show, a place I think you've been to, called The Whiskey.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
The Whiskey A Go-Go.
Yes.
There's still a plaque out on the street in front of the Whiskey about that. Or on the front of the actual Whiskey, or I think it's in the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
About the Van Halen
logo
show there, where it pretty much shut down the whole city.
Yeah. But you guys, Sammy Hagar, the Sammy Hagar channel, they uploaded one of the versions of the videos. So click that link there, jump over there, and say Johnny Beane and Dane Zimmerman sent us. Let them know. There's the video. If you guys haven't seen it, it's pretty awesome. Click the link. 30 years ago, Van Halen plays the Whiskey A Go-Go. They were there to film a music video for the song Dreams, because that song never actually had a music video to it. Like the Blue Angels had a music video that they would show. They would go to schools and show students this video, and it had Van Halen song in it. And I saw it when I was in school. I'm like, that. I was the only kid that knew the song. I'm like, it's Van Halen. Anyway, so Van Halen made an official video for the song Dreams. It was live on the Sunset Strip at the Whiskey A Go-Go 30 years ago.
1993.
1993. So click the link in the chat there. Say Johnny Beane and Dane Zimmerman sent us.
The Blue Angels video was kind of boring, in my opinion. I like the one seeing the chaos in the streets. And all these people trying to get into the Whiskey. I mean, 10,000 people trying to get into the Whiskey because they were playing. Heard they were playing there.
But the Blue Angels video was also, it was pretty big at the time because of the movie Top Gun. It was the same time as that.
Okay. There you
So
go.
I do remember that. And Top Gun was in the theaters for like a year or something. Like it never went away.
Right.
You know. Thank you, Janice Lala. Thank you, Patty Dill. I see your comments on the video. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Two-Way Muir is also there. Thank you. Did you hear about that back in the day? That Van Halen was playing the Whiskey 30 years ago?
I did. Yeah. And of course, then as soon as you see the video, you're like, oh, yeah, yeah. So I don't actually think I knew about it the day of. But when that video came out, definitely, you know.
I heard
and
about
that's
it
the only video that you ever see anymore. You don't see the Blue Angels one anymore.
Well, technically, there's no MTV. You don't see any of them anymore.
Yeah, I know.
But you can watch them all on demand.
The last time I saw that video was the one where the crowd's going crazy.
Yeah, there's two versions of that video too. There's the one where it's pretty much just the band playing at the Whiskey. Then there's the one with the crowd, and that's what this version is right here, with the crowd running around with all the. It starts with all these news clips at the beginning of everybody saying Van Halen. All these news anchors, kind of like us. Somebody asked me if I'm an anchor. Somebody messaged me on Instagram. They're like, "Are you an anchor?" I said, "Of course I am." So the video starts Van Halen, all these people saying Van Halen, you know, for the news, like E! Entertainment, the LA, you know, CBS, all that stuff. I heard about the show the night before. I don't know how I heard about it, but I heard about it, and I'm like, man, I'd love to go. But even then, I was too young to get in. So I even if I wanted to try to get in, I couldn't have gotten in. Only 250 people got in, and outside there was like 4 million fans.
It's crazy. It was crazy. It was.
The Whiskey was surrounded by 5150s that night. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think? Were you guys there? Or wait, Jurlord? 5150 radio station KNAC was my information source. Nice.
Subscribe to Laz.
Yeah, subscribe to Music Therapy Laz. He has an amazing invention called the Albatross. Do you have one of those in your store, an Albatross?
I don't. That I know of. There's a lot of stuff in here.
So are you closed for the day?
Yeah, my signs all still say open and everything, but no, I closed at 6, and right now it's 6:39.
Is your door unlocked?
But on a Tuesday, yeah, no, my door's unlocked, and yeah, everything's ready. Got a lot of guitars lately. My inventory is packed.
Wow. All right. Do you ever have sales?
No. I negotiate with people all day long, where people are like, will you take, I have a guitar priced at $500. Will you take $450 for it? Well, I don't know. Are you a regular customer that's going to come back a bunch of times? Yeah, I am. Okay, I will then.
And you never see him again.
No, I'm out of town from California. No, dude, the price is $500. Sorry, man, I can't budge on that one.
No budging.
Yeah.
We don't budge.
No, I negotiate all day with guys. It's the last place on earth you can walk into and start. Well, you take and show me all the money you have in your wallet. Count it. No, that's not enough. Or yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Do you do cash deals, cash prices?
Sure. Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, one of these days.
Guitars is in Mesa, Arizona, just on the east side of Phoenix.
Next time I'm in the area, I will stop by.
Yeah, I know when you went to Nashville, I saw you at the airport. You had a.
You actually saw me at the airport, dude. You don't even know the story of this.
You did a quick little Instagram or something of you.
Dude, I wish I had no time to do this. When we got off the plane, coming back from Nashville, we had to stop in Phoenix. There's no direct flight from here to Nashville. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So we go from Nashville to Phoenix, and literally the plane is full, about to take off. And we have to run the entire length of the Phoenix airport. So we jump on to one. This guy pulls up on this little cart. He's like, jump on. He's like, jump on. And so I'm sitting there holding on to this little cart driving literally 100 miles an hour through the airport. Right? Remember that? And I wished I could have grabbed my phone and filmed, because it was so crazy, this. It would have been awesome. But if I would have dropped my phone, it would have been the end. If I would have fallen off, I was literally hanging on to the thing.
Yeah, don't.
But that was in the Phoenix. That was in the Phoenix airport.
Right.
I should have gone live on Twitch or on Kick, which I will be on.
You're still doing a lot of Twitch, playing whatever game that was that you played all the time. What was that?
Yeah. Well, now I'm playing Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest.
It's basically it's a camping simulator with zombies.
Okay, so it's kind of fun to camp and be out in the woods all by yourself camping, a little campfire and zombies all around kind of thing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'll be on there a little later tonight.
Guys will have to check that out.
It's pretty cool. It's good stuff. Thank you,
You're
Jedi.
so brave, Johnny.
Jingle. Yes, I see that. Thank you, Padawan. Yeah. All right. Are you ready? You ready to do it?
Let's do it.
All right, you guys, we're going to spin for the 45. So again, if you're just lurking, we got 80 entries. Oh my goodness. If you're lurking, just press a number in the chat. refresh your browsers.
And like I said, Johnny, next week I'm going to bring in the giveaway prize.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. So you guys tune in next week for your chance to win Van Halen 2 vinyl.
Van Halen 2 on 8-track.
Oh, 8-track. Oh, that's
It's an 8-track.
Oh my god.
I have
on
one.
8-track.
Yeah. No guarantees it's going to work, okay? If you shove it in your 8-track player.
Well, if you have an 8-track player. I heard those things play in a toaster. Okay. All right. We're giving this away. Van Halen, Oh Pretty Woman, Dancing in the Street vinyl. New old stock. Never played. This has never been played. This vinyl. You ready? And the winner is actually let me just get up my list real quick of winners. I have a whole list of winners here. Giveaway winners. Wow, I've given away a lot of stuff. Pretty Woman, Dancing in the Street, 45. All right, 82. Look at this. That's the year it came out. So let's spin on that. That's good luck. Here we go. The winner is... The winner is... Janice Lala. Janice Lala. Congratulations, Janice. Wait, Janice says respin. Okay, we're respinning. You guys seen those videos on Twitch or on TikTok where the guys walk up to people and they're like, here's $100. Do you want it or should I double it and pass it on? And the person's like, pass it on. He walks up to the next person. Here's $200. Do you want it or should I pass it on? Well, usually they do it with like food or something. Here's a cheeseburger. Should I double it? But by the end of the video, he's like, here's 4,000 cheeseburgers. Do you want it? And the guy says, yes. You guys ever see those videos on TikTok? Okay, Janice says to respin. So, you guys, don't forget to subscribe to Janice. Exclamation point Janice in the chat. Exclamation point Janice in the chat. Subscribe to Janice. Okay? Sounds like a heart attack. Okay. All right, we're going to spin again. The winner of the Van Halen 45 is... Nelson Rodriguez. Nelson Rodriguez. There we go. Congratulations, Nelson. Here's two fat. I actually have a whole stack. I mean, that's how I'm giving these away. I literally have stacks of these things. I collected them as a kid. I literally have boxes full of these. So here's 5 Van Halen 45s. All right, Nelson, this is yours, man. Text me. 415-952. Where's the number? 3263. Text me, and I will send that out to you. You guys, looks like Dane left. So, what else? I'll see you guys live tomorrow from somewhere. I'll be up in Concord, California, Mike. If you're in the area, I'll be up there. But you guys, if you like this show, we do the show every Tuesday. It's called Exclusively Van Halen. All things Van Halen. Van Halen news, Van Halen music, Van Halen trivia. If you like Van Halen, this is the place you want to be. I mean, just listen to Michael Anthony.
Hey, This is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Beane TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
See? Even Michael Anthony says to keep it here. So if you like Van Halen, this is the place you want to be. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash that thumbs up. Fridays, we talk all things Kramer guitars. If you like Kramer guitars, join us Fridays. Saturdays, we do a show called Saturday Night Live, where we just hang out and insanity happens. And then Sundays, I play the guitar. The Sunday Night Guitar ASMR show. So tune in. You guys rock. Thank you so much to our channel members. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows. That's a lot of people. I think we're up to like 80 channel members now. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, there's Dane. There's his arm. Maybe he's selling that guitar. I don't know. But yeah. All right. You guys rock. Watch another video. We got over 3,000 videos on the channel. Dane just hit 10,000 subscribers on his channel. We're about to hit 10,000 here. We will hit 10,000 here within the next few months at the rate we're going. We will be at the 10K mark. So tell your friends. Tell them this is the place they want to be. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. For Dane Zimmerman, this is Johnny Beane. Good night. Hey, this is Billy Sheehan. You're watching Johnny Beane TV.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Hola, amigos. This is your bass player, Billy Sheehan. You're watching me right here on my dear friend, John. It went away.
Oh, no.
Johnny Beane. We do radio IDs all the time, but if it's not written down, even if the guy is standing right there, it's a weird mental problem.
You said we're dear friends,
Johnny,
but then you couldn't remember my name.
Dear friend, what's it?
Who was that?
No, it's a weird thing. Whenever we do radio IDs or TV things, if it's not written down, you're lost. It's hilarious. But Johnny Beane, come on, here we go. Let's do take two. I'll get it this time. I swear to God.
All right, ready.
All right. Hola, amigos. This is Billy Sheehan, your bass player, here with my dear friend Johnny Beane. I never forget this guy. He's been so wonderful to me. Let me do take three. Sorry.
Hey, this is Cody Van Halen, and you are watching Johnny Beane TV.
Sammy.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hi,
you want to film? You can film all you want, man. What do you want me to tell you in that camera? Hey, happy birthday to you, man.
Thanks. I'm Johnny Beane. I've met you a few times.
Johnny Beane?
Johnny Beane. Oh, yeah,
Hey, Johnny Beane.
Thank you for watching. Join me over on Twitch for some Sons of the Forest. Come on over. Come on over. All right. Bye-bye.